morning, folks. Today we are at a very interesting place called Sabah Tea Gardens, which is about 2 hours drive from Kota Kinabalu, and right behind me is Mount Kinabalu. While we are here, we are going to meet a very interesting gentleman called Martin Kong, who spent about 22 years in the Silicon Valley, but love for tea brought him back to Sabah, and for last 12 years he's been developing this tea gardens from bottom up. So let's go ahead and meet him. Martin, good morning.
Hello, welcome to Sabah Tea.
Thank you very much.
How was your drive?
It was a beautiful drive, I must admit. The roads are fantastic. So Martin, what brought you back from Silicon Valley?
Well, I came back because I love nature and I want to live where it's healthier and where we have a lot of natural environment.
Okay. And where did this passion for tea pop up?
First time I came here, I just fall in love with the place because of the green environment, because of the fresh air. So I love tea. So I got involved in it, I got to know more about it, and as I get to know about it, I just get attached to the place.
So how has been your journey so far?
Has been a roller coaster. When we started, there were not many people coming. So now we're getting a lot better publicity, we're getting a lot more visitors coming. And it's nice to see people appreciating things that I am passionate about. The tea as well, the nature, the Mount Kinabalu, in the morning breeze.
That must be a fantastic journey that you've made. A lot of ups and downs and stuff.
Yes.
But question about tea. What difference between a green tea and a dark tea?
Millions of people drink tea, but not a lot of people know the difference between you have green tea on one side, you have black tea on the other side, you have oolong tea in the middle. Basically, it's a matter of processing. It's a matter of fermentation. Black tea is fully fermented, the tea that we are used to. Green tea is less fermented. Basically means it's less processed. But the goodness of tea is actually in all different types of tea because they all come from the tea leaf, from the tea plant. So whatever is in the green tea, the antioxidant, the health benefit, you talk about the slimming effect, they're also in black tea actually. When we drink tea in the past, we drink black tea. So when they started wanting to market a new tea, because they know of the goodness of tea, the antioxidant part of it, they took on a marketing campaign to talk about a green tea having all these benefits. So people tend to have a perception of green tea having a lot of these benefits, but not the black tea. But it's actually, it's a myth. Yes.
Wow, that's pretty interesting. So these marketers have been successful in creating this campaign about green tea benefits, but it's pretty much the same thing.
Correct, because it's all from the Camellia sinensis plant. It's all from the same plant. So leaf from the same plant. When you process it differently, whatever is inherent in the nature of the plant is still there.
I've also heard Sabah region, the tea here, Sabah Tea Gardens, is very organic, unlike the other tea gardens. And
okay, our place is a lot more natural. Unlike in certain bigger tea plantation you go, you see undulating hills and very, very vast amount of tea. Here you see our tea among jungles actually, which the plants we keep for a purpose. The plant we keep so that the insects would basically still have their source of food and they will not come and attack the tea plant. If they don't attack the tea plant, we don't need to have pesticide. So if we don't use pesticide, it's a lot healthier tea. You see, when you process tea, you are trying to extract the water moisture from the tea leaf. And you never wash your tea leaf after you harvest because you want to dry it, right? Yeah. So whatever is in the tea that you harvest from the plant, from the field, goes directly into processing. So if you have pesticide, it goes directly into the tea you drink. So it's not good to have pesticide used on tea plantation.
Such organic tea plantations are there across the world, and what makes Sabah so special?
There are actually about 7 throughout the whole world. Now a few are popping up in Africa, because in Kenya and Ethiopia, but generally there's a very limited field because you have to have the what we call naturally organic area. Means area has never been developed before. That is not left for 3 years to 5 years uncultivated and then you regrow. That is what they call reconstituted organic. Basically, it's reborn organic feel. Slightly different from what we have. What we have is, because we're at the foothill of Mount Kinabalu, it has never been basically abandoned at all. So we have never had the need to let it rest. So it's naturally organic from the beginning.
Sabah Tea Gardens, right? It's a very
Yes.
famous name with a lot of legacy value, not just in the Borneo region or in Malaysia, but worldwide. And how have you been able to sustain that with certain quality of tea?
We are producing on a limited scale. Our organic tea, our pesticide tea. So we try to basically use the locals to cultivate the tea plantation. We do not basically expand and just commercialize it too fast. So we have to maintain our quality in that sense that sometimes we are having problem fulfilling the orders, but we prefer it that way rather than having selling a general tea that is in the market. So if you go to any of the supermarket or up chain or wholesale organic shop, our tea usually is on the upscale niche market, talking about focusing on the healthy part of tea, rather than the general tea that people drink every day.
Interesting. So, Sabah as a region, what area of this tea garden?
The whole plantation itself is 6,200 acres. We have developed the tea in only about 1,000 acres. So the rest, we still have the forest around us. So we try to keep the natural part of the plantation intact as we develop slowly and organically.
By the way, on the way here, I did notice there were a few lodges and camps and villas that are around in this tea garden. What is the concept all about?
We have actually accommodation for people who want to stay and come to visit our souvenir shop, our restaurant. They're welcome to come and visit our new restaurant. Actually, it's less than a year old. It's getting very popular. We have tea-infused items that is on the menu,
Wow.
special item. We have food that is focused on the local cuisine as well. And we have a few accommodation you can stay in. We have cottages, we have traditional longhouse, we have a more upscale guest house. So we can accommodate about 140, 150 people per night, and we do get a lot of tourists coming in from all over the world actually to stay with us.
So what are your key markets from a tourism perspective?
Tourism market is mostly right now European market, the Australian market, as well as now they're coming into from Singapore, from Hong Kong, and from Japan. We did have a few groups actually from India over the last couple of years. Yeah, so as visitors from India come, we try to accommodate. We get our staff trained and we say how to say wanakam, things like that. So and our menu change. So
You Indianize the food a little.
correct.
Oh, not many places do that actually.
These days, if you want to have a good customer service and you want to serve the customer right, it's something you have to adapt.
Interesting. So what are the CSR activities that you all do at the Sabah Tea Garden?
We do community service with the nearby school, where we get a volunteer vacation group from Europe, from Singapore. The kids, school kids coming in, they help paint the school, they help build the drains, and we construct the sport field, and at the same time the international students get to interact with the kids from the school, where they talk about cultural exchange. So the kids from the local school would teach the international student how to speak their own Dusun language, and the international student will talk and converse to the kids in English, in the hope that their English would improve. Yes.
Interesting. So you have an organic tea garden set up. Is it a initiative taken by the government, or is it a public-private partnership?
I think it's more of an initiative coming from the private sector. My boss, Mr. Goh, and myself are very much into developing this place on a more corporately responsible agenda. Basically, we can actually, if we want to make more money, we can just shut down the plantation, import tea leaf from throughout the whole world, we pack it, put our brand on it, and then sell it. We make a lot of money that way. But if we do that, that means a lot of people will be out of a job. And it's, you know, we're trying to protect this area as much as we can. So in the same time, as corporate citizens, as one of the biggest employee in the area, we need to be responsible and help the local. Most of our plantation workers, most of my tourism staff, actually 95% of my tourism staff are all locals. So we try to hire and give opportunities to the locals from the area in the sense of trying to groom them up.
Interesting. So, how has life changed for you from US to Sabah, 22 years and 12 years here?
It's funny, when I was in Silicon Valley, you know, in San Jose, you get the mountains and it's all barren. You know, you can feel thirsty when you drive around during winter time and during summertime when everything is brown. I came back here, everything is green. So it's relaxing. But in terms of my work, you know, I used to be doing IT, sales support. Basically, in terms of in a way, you're promoting software.
Software, yeah.
Here, I'm promoting a tourism place, a tea garden. So the skill sets are similar, but it's a lot more fun to do something that you're passionate about, you know, that you care about. You know, when I first joined, I was thinking about, hey, you know, I'm going to have a few years here, turn around the situation, and I move on. But I've been stuck here for 12 years now, so and still we have other plans to build up this place, you know.
Well, you guys think you guys know your tea, then I'm sure you should connect with Mr. Martin Kong, because he broke one of the myths right now, saying your green tea and your black tea or dark tea is pretty much the same thing. So, Mr. Martin, thank you for taking time out, and hope you can connect with the audience someday through us.
Sure.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, please come to Sabah Tea. We can teach you and show you how green tea and oolong tea is made the traditional way, using your wok and using your hand, yeah, getting your hands dirty, and then we can bring you to a factory to see how we make black tea on a commercial basis. So everything you need to know about tea, you want to drink, you want to eat our tea items, welcome to come and visit us.